Yeah, it was patient. He's slick. He's hard to hit. He's all over the place. He's hard to hit. So it was all about being patient and finding the right shots and not unleashing too many punches. Usually I try put on that much pressure, and I guess opponents are starting to get used to it and they're starting to watch. So you got to do something different each time. So yeah, you got to change it up.
There's a lot made of his power.
What's that?
There was a lot made of his power in the build-up. What did it feel like?
In all honesty, yeah, I could feel a little bit of a sting, but I spar like super middleweights, light heavyweights, so it's like nothing I've not felt before.
Were you surprised at how tough he was?
Yeah, man. I thought he was out. Like I could hear his breathing. He was like, no offense, but he was like moaning. He was doing all these weird noises in one of the rounds, and I was like, man, how is he still standing? He was landing all these uppercuts, and yeah, he was. He's got a heart, that's for sure. A lot of fighters would have quit. That's facts. Facts. But he's a deep down inside. That's why I gave him so much respect, because I knew he's a warrior, and he had that warrior mentality. He said it himself, kill or be killed, and he shows that.
He's the toughest guy you've faced, but maybe not the toughest fight, but the toughest individual.
No, I think there's been a few. Like every fighter, a lot of different fighters are tough. Wade Ryan, early in my career, he was very tough. Terrell Boucher, he was tough as well. Yeah, there's plenty of toughness out there.
Inoue took some punishment from him.
Inoue, man. Oh, bro. You should have seen him the morning after the fight.
George, how was it sitting ringside and watching Tim break down Mendoza the way he did?
Look, I absolutely loved it. I thought it was a great Tszyu performance. It's, again, different to what we've seen his last few fights, and something that was super impressive too. I think for everyone that was sitting there watching tonight, you could see how dangerous Brian Mendoza was, and we all talked about his power leading up to the fight, and every time he threw one of them big punches, I think everyone held their breath for a moment, and then you see Tim just shake it off and keep walking forward and stick to the plan, and we absolutely love it. But again, what Tim said, full respect to Mendoza. I don't know how he kept walking after some of them hits. And their team and the family, the Mendoza family, was a pleasure to work with all week. A lot of respect for them and their family. Appreciate them coming all the way out here and putting on a great show for the people here. But that was a Tszyu show today, and that's what we love about Australian boxing, is that Tszyu really puts us on the map, and he did that again today. I think that it's another big one before we head over to the US now and take on whatever's next. Vega.
That's it.
So you sort of almost feel like you're at that level where you're making phenomenal fighters look pretty ordinary, because you're just at that level. And I guess the risk now becomes that these guys that you want are going to sit there and talk and go, actually, I don't really want a piece of that. But like, that's where you're at now. It's almost like a double-edged sword.
Yeah, exactly. But having this gives you a bit of bargaining power. So when you have this, then they can come get it. Otherwise, if I didn't have this, it's risk. That's what the position I was at before the Harrison fight.
Do you feel like, maybe you felt like this for a long time, but like I can't see anyone that's not an Alvarez or a Crawford or a Spence at that elite level giving you any sort of trouble just now?
Yeah, that's the level I'm at. It's the super fight level, and I don't talk shit out of my ass. I'm actually up there. I learned from a young age, my parents taught me, if you say you're someone or something, or you're going to say something, you're going to do it. And I believe that I am at that, not that 1% anymore, at that 0.01%, where it is the super fight type level, the big T-Mobile Arena type level fights. And that's where we're heading. And, to finish off here with a bang, I was saying the last hurrah, it's good.
When would you like, I know that these mean a lot to you, but like the middleweight division's, asking for Tszyu to go and get it out as well.
Both. Super middle, super welter. Both.
How high do you reckon you can get to? Like we've seen Canelo do it, and you've got the figure where you can easily do super
100%. Like, I can just walk people down as well. Super middleweights, say light heavyweight. Who knows?
Light heavyweight?
Even Joshua, even a heavyweight. No, I'm not talking that much. Yeah, that's it.
Mendoza's been crossed off. Who's next?
Yeah, Charlo. That's the name that I've wanted before all of this. Before all this list, I wanted Charlo number 1.
If you stuffed it up a bit, Tim, because like when a guy jumps up 2 levels to take a money fight like that, the last thing he wants to do now is come down back to Super-Welterweight and fight a guy that's as hungry as you are. Like, he's put himself in a kind of tough spot.
Yeah, well, he was in that tough spot because I became mandatory, you know, so he was able to sort of maneuver his way and make his little payday. If I got him out in January, that payday wouldn't have ever happened. His career would have been done. But he's got his one last fight left.
Tim, how much do you think it does his head in that he got that belt down? That was his...
Absolutely. If Ben Damon's mentioned his name, the bloke was, before his fight against Canelo, he was just going nuts. Mendoza's gonna KO you. All right, bro. What happened? What happened?
Do you think he's watched that fight tonight?
Well, this one, me and Mendoza. You'd think so, especially when it's the same. Like we're on the radar, you know. You'd think so.
Sean Porter said this week that he doesn't think Charlo will come back. That he doesn't.
I don't blame him. I think in my opinion, I think he'll be on a 1-year honeymoon, spending that cash, wasting that cash.
All heart, mate. You must be, I don't know, I guess mixed emotions, but like you're in there with a young, hungry killer like yourself.
No, yeah, this is what it is. You know, it's fighting at the top of the division, and it just is what it is, man. He was a better man tonight, just flat out.
Did you feel like there was anything that Tim did tonight that you didn't expect? Was he better than you thought he was?
No, it was honestly exactly what I was expecting. You know, I just wasn't able to make certain adjustments. You know, like that's why, like when I was able to neutralize at certain points, this and that, but I wasn't able to get my offense. So he did his thing, man. He was just a better man.
How did you see the fight? How did you see his ring presence, and how did you feel?
I felt close, you know, up until the second half. That's when, you know, he really started finding his rhythm more than mine. I let him get a little bit too much momentum and everything, and it's just, you know, that's the way it played out.
Were you hurt?
Sorry?
Were you hurt?
Man, we were throwing bombs in there. I think, you know.
But I mean, like, as in, did you feel like you might be about to go at any point?
Did I what?
Did you feel like you might have finished early?
Man, I told you, I'm going to go out on my shield every time. You got to kill me to get me out of there, and I feel like I showed that tonight. And I didn't come here just to show that. I'm not a type of guy like, oh, thanks, you know, I did a great fight. It just is what it is, man. This is a sport, and I trained, you know, 110%. I did bring everything, and like I said, I'm a go out on my shield type of guy, so even hurt or not, man, you got to kill me to get me out of there.
Did you think he was going to compose himself at that pace to fight? Or how did you think he was going to start?
You know, honestly, I did. You know, from some of the things he was saying in the build-up, I kind of thought, you know, he was going to wait till I, like, faded or something in the second half. And it was, like I said, man, you know, that's all I got to say. He found his rhythm. He was a better man tonight. And it is what it is, you know. I clawed my way back from a loss before, and I'll do it again.
What are you going to learn from this one?
Just more experience, man. More experience, you know. Definitely got a lot of adjustments to make, you know, things to fine-tune and everything. And just is what it is. We keep building off this. This doesn't stop anything.